Hey Vince, thanks very much for taking the time to speak to me at the fantastic Westec show in California. Now, you guys, Machine Tools Northwest, you represent GROB, but tell me a little bit about the background or your background into the American market.
So my background, I've been doing this for about 29 years, worked for a family company. As time went on, I had left and started up my company 12 years ago. We got GROB up in the Pacific Northwest 5 years ago. Struggled at the beginning because we didn't really know what we had. We thought it was just another 5-axis machine, just like everything else. And as we learned how unique it was, and we were able to teach our customers what it can do for them, our sales went through the roof. We joke now, we're GROB snobs. We bleed GROB blue all day long. And it's probably the funnest time I've had in my career. Feel like I'm 30 years old again. I actually get up out of bed ready to go and talk GROB. So,
Have you had the opportunity to go to the factory in Mindelheim?
I have.
Yeah, it's quite impressive because they've got a lot of unique machines, GROB machines actually making GROB parts.
Yeah, there's a lot of unique things there, things that we don't see in the U.S. A mind-blowing facility, 5 million square feet. I think arguably it could be the largest single machine tool build factory in the world. I think they're obviously a giant in the automotive sector. What we fail to recognize here in the United States with a lot of job shops is how unique they are and how they can accommodate that market. And that's what GROB realized a while back and come up with the universal machines, and now you're starting to see them pop up all over the place.
Now, we travel around the world looking at different machine tools, but I've had the privilege, like I said, to be at Mindelheim. We work a lot in Europe on a lot of the machines and installations, but overhead machining is very, very different, isn't it, with GROB? It's, it's not a traditional 5-axis configuration.
Correct. So typically what you find with 5-axis machines on a smaller platform is they have plus 30, minus 120 degrees of rotation and their vertical spindle. So there's a lot of limiting factors there. When you go to the GROB, it's a horizontal spindle with no tool interference. That's a programmer's dream. Second thing is you have minus 45 plus 185 degrees of rotation. So it gives you a lot more opportunities to attack parts, actually tombstone up multiple parts and still get to features that you can't in a traditional 5-axis. Now with the inverted machining, no chip recut, better tool life, so on and so forth.
Yeah, swarf is certainly your enemy in these type of machines, but they can cut very hard materials, but a lot of the machines are being used on all types of materials. Is that the same in the US market?
Yeah, I personally, this is what I can speak to, right? I've got customers, Inconel, tie, stainless, a lot of aluminum. We've got a wide variety of spindles, and so it just ends up letting the customer or having a customer that's willing to learn, number one, be open-minded and allow us to, figure out the right configuration for their machines for their success.
And what do you offer as a company for any engineers in your part of the States that is looking for a new 5-axis solution or maybe a 4-axis solution? What would you say to them?
Show me the money. No, engineering-wise, what we like to do in the sales process is dig in. We really, rather than coming in and trying to sell you a machine, we want to sell a solution. So understanding the process is key. Maybe getting a model from the customer where we can actually roll it around in the GROB, put a tool path to it to see what advantages we can get to that and how that can benefit the customer. And that ends up going into our sales process. So we do a lot of that. Typically, when we show them that path, they've already grabbed on and are running with it. We don't have to get too in-depth in engineering because their minds are already moving forward as they've learned so much already. But on the other side of the coin, as you know, GROB with the automotive, they're huge into turnkeys and things of that nature. So that is also an option.
I presume if you had the opportunity to have the TAD Center at your company, you should certainly take the opportunity. The TAD Center at Mindelheim is superb, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you can have every model of machine that GROB builds and all the engineers at your disposal, you can do a lot of creative things and really show the customers what you're all about. Now, we do have that on a smaller scale, obviously, in Ohio. Ohio, we have a manufacturing facility there. It's about 500,000 square feet, just under, I think. just a mini-me version of Middelheim.
Well, sounds like a great success story in the US as much as it is worldwide for GROB. Thanks very much, Vince.
Thank you. Appreciate it.